Clock. All right. All right. Now, one thing I know right here, guys, since all of these are right triangles, what is angle C going to be on every problem we do? 90 degrees. So y'all can go ahead and write 90 in. Now that's good on every problem.
Is it only going to be one of the keys?
Go ahead.
Is it always like how there's two C's, it's just going to be one of them?
The angles are capital letters. The sides are lowercase. Is that what you're asking about? Okay, sorry, I should have said that. Angles are always capital. Sides are always lowercase. And yes, you need to make that distinction when you write it down. So y'all didn't do this last year in Algebra 2. Okay.
I only got half on 5.
All right, here's the deal. Everybody should know, back from your geometry days, if y'all add up these three angles, what should it equal? 180. So here's what I want you to do. In your calculator, I want y'all to do 180, subtract 90, subtract 39 degrees and 12 minutes. Now, Jacob and Clifton, y'all need to show Mitchell and Weston how to do that. So we got to subtract 39 degrees. Remember, guys, you got to hit your angle button for the degree symbol. In 12 minutes, go back to angle, and it's number 2. We did all this yesterday. Now, it gave me, I completely messed up. I typed in the wrong number. I got to start over. 180 minus 90 minus 39 degrees and 12 minutes. All right, somebody give me a number. Okay, it gave us a decimal, Connor, but we got to change that decimal into degrees and minutes. So on our calculator, remember, Blake, we got to hit the DMS button. So y'all go back to your angle. It's number 6 equals, what did it give you?
56.
That's the number I got to have written down. 50 degrees and 48 minutes. Now I'm going to give the new guys a chance to get caught up. I'm going to let Clifton and Jacob walk y'all through how to subtract this number in your calculator. So what you got to do, Mitchell, you got to take 180 minus that 90 minus 39 degrees and 12 minutes. All right, Clifton, show them. I'm going to pause my audience isn't going to be happy. I skipped number 1. All right, number 2. What can we write down? I can write down side A is 9. Y'all write down a 9 right there. I can write down angle B is 49. Y'all write down 49 degrees right there. Do that first. Now this one's going to be a little bit easier than number 1. Yep. All right, Weston, you notice we don't have any minutes on this one. It's just all degrees.
How did you know to put that 9?
Because it told me on the sheet. Look at number 2, and it gives you little a is 9 and angle B is 49. Remember, the angles are the capital letters, the sides are the lowercase. All right, Weston, if you were listening a minute ago, you're going to be able to answer this question. How do I find angle A? Y'all don't help me. Yes, sir. Good. Do that for me. Tell me what you get. Subtract them in your calculator from 180, and it gives you that answer. 40 what? Oh, I thought you said 45. 41 degrees. All right, everybody right, 41. Everybody good on that step. That's the easiest step.
What did you subtract?
You take the angles that they give you, Michaela, you subtract them from 180 every time, and it gives you the answer for the missing angle. No way y'all can miss that, but every year somebody does. All right, now, next step. On my triangle, where does the 9 go? It says for little a, side A. So over here on side A, y'all need to put a 9 on that side. Now, write it very lightly because, again, we're going to erase it and use the same triangle every time. All right, now here's the tricky part. Here's where y'all got stumped. Ready? We're going to slow down. We always start at angle A when we start looking at our angles. Everybody good? We always start at A. Which side is that on? Is it on the hypotenuse, the adjacent, or the opposite? Good job. So when we go now to pick a formula, we've got to pick a formula that's got the word opposite in it. So we can use sine or tangent. Y'all want to use sine this time? Great, let's use sine. So we're saying we're going to use sine. So let's set our formula up. I got sine of angle A. Didn't I start looking from A? Then that's the angle I got to use. I say let's start from A every time, and there's no decision about that. Okay? Now the formula was, what was it? Opposite went on top, right?
Yeah, opposite.
So we got to put 9 on top. What went on the bottom? hypotenuse. Now, do we have a number for the hypotenuse?
No.
No, so I'm just going to put little c. All right, anybody got a question how we set it up? Now, I'm going to show us a shortcut on this one. Getting that over 1, guys, we got to cross multiply this one. All right, so look, when you cross multiply, why don't y'all just watch me and then we can do the shortcut. It's sine of 41 times c equals 9. And then I got to divide, I got to put sine of 41 on the bottom. So look, in the future, Michaela, here's our shortcut. All right, it's going to be 9 over 41. So I'm going to look back at what they had. Anytime you got the variable on the bottom, basically all that happens, the variable and the sine of 41 are just going to trade places because we just cross multiplied it and y'all saw that. So it's going to be c equals 9 over sine of 41. I need y'all to type that in your calculator, and that's going to show us how much the side is. So this one's easier than number 1. 9 over sine of 41 is, I messed up. Let me go back and fix it. Where's my delete button? There it is. All right. Y'all said 13.7. Where does that go? Which side is 13.7? Side C. So 13.7 goes there. So many times kids put their answers on the wrong side and it messes them up on the whole problem. So you got to know where it goes. Just look here. Which letter did you have in your problem? We had C, so it goes there. Now y'all don't say anything. Silas, we got to find the last side. Blake showed us a trick to find the last side of shortcut. Good job. So it's 9 squared plus b squared equals 13.1 squared. And from here, we just take our calculator. Do I need to stop? Question? 13.7. Sorry. Old age. Yeah, so now we just moved the 9 squared over here. So in your calculator, y'all type in 13.7 squared minus 9 squared. Let's do it. 13.7 squared minus 9 squared equals whatever you get, take the square root of it. 106.69. Somebody give me a number. I got 10.3.
I got 2.3.
All right, I need to see your calculator, Connor. 10.3. Now that one was a little bit easier, I thought, than number 1.
I had it right.
All right, number 3. One thing I can always do is put my 90 degrees in. All right, Mitchell, explain to me how I find angle A, please.
Add angle B at C to 180.
All right, do that for me, Mitchell. Tell me what my answer is.
26 degrees.
26. All right, Mitchell says 26 degrees. Everybody good on that step? That's supposed to be the easy step. All right, so now, what do I do over here on my triangle? I got to put 19.2 somewhere. It goes for the B, so I like to erase it. Now, some kids can do it without writing it down. Guys, for me, I have to look at it, start here. I got to see which side it's on. It's just easier for me to write it on the triangle and look at it. So, if I'm looking from angle A, which side is 19.2 on? Adjacent. I agree. So we got to pick a formula, Michaela, that's got adjacent in it. Pick us one. Hey, we haven't used cosine yet. Let's use that. Just to say we did. All right. Now, you guys know you'll get the same answer no matter which one you use. So, cosine of 26 degrees equals, hey, why am I writing the angle for A again?
Because you always use.
Because we're going to start at A every time. That's going to make it easier for us to remember what to do. You're going to use angle A every time. All right, so the formula was, what was it? Adjacent over hypotenuse. So adjacent goes on top. Hypotenuse goes on the bottom. Okay, write it down. All right, now we just talked about this situation. Instead of doing all the cross multiplying and going through all the work, what's the shortcut? Good. It's going to be C equals 19.2 over cosine of 26. Y'all just need to memorize that. When the C's on the bottom, Jacob, you're just going to flip them. That's what you put in the calculator. All right, everybody type that in. Let's see what we get. 19.2 divided by cosine of 26 is 21.36. So really, we should round that up to 21.4, right? Where does that go? C. 21.4. Michaela, how do I find side A?
C squared minus B squared.
Good. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Now remember, that's the only step I need. Y'all don't have to show me A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Y'all can do that in the calculator. That's the only step I got to see on every problem. All right, so it's going to be 21.4 squared minus 19.2 squared equals, take a square root of that, 9.45. So you could say 9.5. I'm not going to worry about your rounding, guys. I would like for y'all to round it up correctly. I'm not going to mark off for that.
What would that problem look like if you used KG26?
You might get like 9.6 here or 9.3. It's going to be really, really close.
When I did it,
I got 9.36.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, so that's 9.4, right?
Y'all got 21 for
21.4.
I ended up with like 39.
Whoa, now that's not right. It's going to be really close.
Like how would you have set it up if you used tangents?
Okay. All right, let's do it because you must have set it up wrong. I'm going to stop my recording for this.